Hello, I'm Dietrich Murphy in the studio with This Week in East Brunswick, and today we'll discuss the newly created Knowt app by Abik Pandel and Daniel Like. So, what is the Knowt app?
So what Knowt does is it takes your notes and it quizzes you on them. So it generates multiple choice questions, true or false questions, fill in the blank questions, things like that.
And how'd you guys get the idea?
I came up with the idea about a year ago, and I started working on the app. And then Abik joined me in June to help expand it and things like that.
It was a very fascinating thing. When I saw it at first, I was kind of blown away. So it was quite the invention. Yeah.
And how does the app turn your notes into questions and answers?
Well, what it does is basically it finds little clues in the words and sentences in your notes, and it makes lots of educated guesses about how it can make questions from that. And then if you have a lot of educated guesses, eventually it can get pretty close to being accurate. I mean, there are a lot of things that go on behind the scenes, but in the end, it's just the computer trying to figure out little clues about the words.
It's very complex. Dan mentioned it, like the algorithm is really complex, how it works, but it's taking your notes and just basically making those guesses and kind of giving you a question on those.
What are you guys' hope for this app?
Well, in the future, we will monetize it, but the base functionality, generating quizzes from your notes, is always going to be free.
Yeah.
Just extra features on the side might require money, like for example, maybe buying quizzes made by professionals.
Mm-hmm. So, like, I mean, we don't know where exactly it's gonna go. Okay, we're not that smart. But what I can tell you is we really want the app to be used by a lot of people because we think that it's something really nice. Like when I first saw it, I knew it was gonna be something that changed how we study, right? So what we want is for more people to use it. If that is through another company buying Knowt, or if that's through us growing, I mean, we're going to take whatever path necessary. Mm-hmm. We're really interested to see where it goes. It's kind of the fun part about doing something like this, that every day something changes and you don't know where you're going. And for people like us, it's a thrill, kind of. It's been a lot of fun. So.
And does this app target all age ranges, or is more going towards teenagers?
Well, it could be used by middle schoolers, possibly even elementary schoolers, high schoolers, college students. It really, the difficulty of the questions depends on the difficulty of your notes, not on the app itself. So everyone can use it to study, and I think it's a useful tool for people of many ages.
Yeah. So I mean, initially, right now, the quality of the level, the quality of the questions, it's kind of based off of how well your notes are. So right now, if your notes are average, that would target towards a middle school audience, right? Middle school, elementary school, because that's where the question level is. But I mean, the more advanced notes you put in, and the better the algorithm gets, we're gonna be targeting more college students too. And I mean, anybody who wants to learn, really, it's a quizzing app, right? So you can potentially put in an article into the app and quiz yourself on it, how much you're actually like retaining or learning. So that's kind of an interesting aspect of it.
Also, another interesting aspect of the app is that it gives you the best questions first, and it generates multiple quizzes that with the best first and so on. Mm-hmm. And so users can see the best questions from their notes first, and it really helps them learn better. I've noticed that I can put things in that really aren't in a coherent format at all. Like, I just once tried to put in an assignment from 7th grade, and it actually generated some interesting questions.
So how did you guys get involved with computer science?
Well, I first actually got involved towards the end of 6th grade when I think my mom was a programmer, and I thought it might be interesting to try it out. So I went online, and I got interested in it just because of the fact that I could create so much, just a few little things. And ever since then, I've been learning new programming languages and using it to make new things like Knowt.
I think when I really got involved with programming was when I was in like the 6th or 7th grade. I was working on a couple websites, and I got interested in Java also. And then obviously in East Brunswick High School, there's a competitive environment. So to be different, it's a good thing. So Mr. Cohen, who works as a computer science teacher, he's been a huge help for us and support.
I've noticed as of now, it's only for the Android system. Will you guys be expanding on it soon?
So when I actually saw the Knowt app at first, I was like, yo, this has to be on like all the platforms, right? I mean, obviously, we can't expand on everything because it takes time to make a good quality like an app. So right now, what we're working on currently is an iOS platform. So that's going to be rolling out sometime next month, or actually this month, and we're trying to nail a better UI and a better interface for everybody to like get the advantages of Knowt. Eventually, we will be going to a web platform. Actually, recently, yesterday, we added Drive support. So now you can type your notes on the computer, add it to Google Drive, and import directly onto the app. So it makes it potentially even more useful. So the web platform is going to be a more step up from that. So you can just directly take the quizzes on the web. And
another feature I forgot to mention is that you can also print your quizzes. So if you want to give a quiz to someone else that you made, you can print it out.
Can you also pass quizzes on to people digitally?
Yeah, you can actually share quizzes. What it does is if you share a quiz, it generates a file and you can email that file to someone else who can then open it and the quiz will show up.
I mean, eventually we want to move to a point where people can challenge other friends on quizzes. So it makes it more involved, like for people, and it makes quizzing more fun. So we hope to get there soon.
And where can people find information about this app?
Well, you could go to getknowt.com. We have a really good site there that shows all the features and all the major quiz formats. Like we have multiple choice, true and false, open-ended, matching, fill in the blank. And then there's also a video there that was made by Kevin Lin. He worked really hard on that. So it showcases our whole advantages of our app, and we really hope you check it out.
You can also go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/getknowt.
Thank you, Beek and Daniel, for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching This Week in East Brunswick. I'm Dietrich Murphy. Hope to see you next week, and check out the Knowt app and getknowt.com.
Knowt. Know your notes.